All right, so LG has decided to go ahead and drop their flagship for 2020. It's all that you thought it was going to be. Um, I'm going to try to eliminate my thoughts on LG's price dropping after I purchase and things like that because that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of LG. However, I also think of a fantastic company that's always overlooked and underrated. LG's cameras, to me, were the first to pretty much put down this wide angle shot or ultra wide shot and give control over the audio, the high powered DAC. And LG is not going to disappoint with the LG V60. In fact, they took it to a whole nother level and said, we're just going to do a folding case for this one too, where you put a second screen on there like they did for the LG G8X. So this phone has a 6.8 inch screen, I believe. It's got a 64 megapixel main shooter. It has a headphone jack with the quad DAC. So those things alone are pushing LG to the next level. Obviously, it's an OLED panel, and it has the little cutout at the top. But it is what it is. That doesn't even bother me. I'd rather have that than some of the other designs that I've seen for smartphones. But 6.8-inch OLED display. 5G, of course. Now, here's something that you guys need to pay attention to when buying 5G phones. Currently, the millimeter wave is not everywhere. That's the higher speed version that they test on TV and show everybody, oh, I get 2 gigs down. That's in small places. But the low frequency is what you see on T-Mobile and all the other places giving you a consistent 100 probably or so, or 200 maybe. This phone only operates at the millimeter wave for Verizon. So keep note of that. Everybody else, you won't get these fantastic 2 gigs down or 1 gig down because the phones aren't supporting it yet. So, and that's also with the S20. I don't know if I said that in another video or not, but the S20 doesn't support the millimeter wave. Only the S20 Plus and the Ultra support the millimeter wave. So be mindful of that. But personally, 4G LTE is still faster in a lot of places and just as fast. So LG has 8K recording. It is a 1080p OLED display, and that's not bad at all. So it's got a Snapdragon 865, 6.8 inch, 20 by 5 by 9, 20 by 5, 9, full HD POLED, full vision. 6.8, it's going to be nice. 8 gigs of RAM or 12 gigs of RAM, and it can hold up to a 2 terabyte SD card because it has an SD card slot. So you've got a 10 megapixel shooter, a 5,000, 10 megapixel shooter, a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice. So, this is, I guess, what more could we expect from the companies at this point? It's only so much they can do, and it's only so much that they're going to be able to give you. So we have to take this for what it is. Companies today are in a battle with each other over specs. And by the way, it's got 4 microphones on there too. I watched a little presentation from LG and I thought that was pretty cool. 4 microphones. That's going to be some of the most ridiculous recording because they have this thing called bokeh voice. So if you're in a loud area, the phone can focus only on your voice and pretty much just scrap out everything else. It's just ultra nice noise canceling for a phone. That's all it is, really. They're selling it to bokeh voice, but it's a severe overkill for canceling out sound. That's ultimately what it is. So I would say this is the first phone with like the best noise canceling you could possibly get on a device if you're just holding the phone and recording. But ultimately, like the companies are competing with each other, forgetting about the consumer. I think specs are important, but I just bought something that proves that specs again only means so much because consumers. I realize that a lot of people aren't paying like thousands of dollars for these phones outright. They're just financing them. If that's where you got to get it, you got to get it. Get in where you fit in. But companies today. Definitely are competing with each other to get your money, and that's all it is. They just want your money, and that's how we go around and round. We make sure that we're competing with each other, and the companies are going to decide, okay, they put this out, I got to put this out. I really wish. I know this is about LG, but the LG V60 is it's a comfortable move. And then they added the case with the second screen on it. That's a comfortable move. They're basically saying we did it again, and we got an even bigger screen this time. This is our mark on the industry. So I say that to say, companies today. I'm just gonna be honest. This isn't real innovation. It's just a step in the same direction, capitalizing on what you already have, and that's not bad. I think this phone will probably sell for $999, and then you'll be able to get promos. I actually liked when they were giving away 360 cameras, just giving away a whole bunch of stuff with their phones. We made fun of them, for giving away. Well, I didn't. Eric did. Eric made fun of them for giving away TVs, but now is a time where I would like for them to get a TV because they're pushing this 8K recording. Give me an 8K TV. Give me I would go so far as to say this. All these phones that are coming out to do discounts on, or to do 8K recording, give me a discount, a big discount on an 8K TV. Let me take those trade-ins at $800-900 and put it towards the TV. Do some kind of combination or something like that. Give me another trade-in. Give me another bonus for buying into your hype about 8K recording because, folks, listen, 4K recording isn't even stable yet. 4K recording is not stable yet. It's not. There's not a lot of 4K content on TV yet. Actually, there's probably no 4K content on TV. There's all streaming 4K. And so most of us don't have an 8K monitor. I should buy one just so I can experience 8K. Then send it back. Now, I hate to do that. But most of us don't have an 8K monitor, don't have an 8K TV, don't even have a 4K monitor or a 4K I do, but most people don't. Point is, I think that 8K recording is all hype, and they're just trying to prepare you to make it seem like you're a part of the future. But LG is putting in work like they always do. I think this phone is going to be hot, but I also think it's going to get underrated. It's going to be underrated and overlooked by the powers that be. Hashtag the media. Well, what do you guys think about LG's new offering? I think it's hot, man. 6.8-inch screen, 1080p OLED. This is going to be just interesting to say the least. So I'm hoping that it hits the masses and hits the ground running. It's got Android 10, obviously, and I think it's just going to be good. They have a super wide angle lens on there. So for some things, man, I just feel like I would actually get rid of my DSLR if I found that phone that can handle the ISO and handle low light situations. And I think that phone might be the Xperia 1 Mark II. I'm not saying I'm going to get rid of my DSLR just like right off the rip. But what I'm saying is I'm really hoping that I can get back, because if you don't know, LG used to sponsor my videos in the beginning when I wasn't a larger subscriber count person. They were actually sending me every phone when I had like 2,000 to 5,000 people. They had this program where they just hit me up and put me in there. But as soon as I got a little bit more subscribers under my belt, they just cut me off. They left me alone. I still got love for LG though, because I used to use LG phones to record a lot on the channel, and then HTC came along and boom, blew everybody out the water. So HTC U11 to me is still the best front camera in the world. That camera is just top dog. I could put it right here next to my Pixel and my iPhone and my OnePlus and all these different phones I have, and the HTC U11 will smash all of them. My personal opinion. But LG has fantastic rear cameras. Their front cameras is where they used to lack. So I'm really hoping that this phone right here puts in work for them. I'm not saying the G8 had a bad front camera. It just wasn't on par. It's like they just skimp on their front cameras, but I don't think this phone will be priced more than $999, and I'm hoping that they give away that folding case. But LG is looking pretty good, but I'm still rolling with the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II. I just think that's the phone to get right now. If you're talking about spending some high-end, quote-unquote high-end flagship stuff, the Mark II is definitely the one that I'm looking forward to. And I'm hoping that this phone does well. But if it's priced, it's probably going to be priced higher than the base model of the Mark II, which is $950, and the Pro model should be $13. And I just feel like they're going to have to really bring it for me to consider this device at all. And I'm comparing next to the Xperia 1 Mark II as far as on paper, spec sheet, and everything. But we all know how the Xperia 1 turned out for me. So LG is a consistent company with their cameras. I can shoot. I used to use them for my channel. The LG G8, a beast. So the LG V60 has a lot to offer, but we don't know. We got to wait and see. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Take care. Team Pixel.